Hey, how's it, Cowboy Boss here? How you doing? Yeah, I don't know if I was gonna make a video or not. I'm kind of happy to see the Cowboys play against the Jacksonville Jaguars and all that. But with the fires in Maui and Hawaii is very tight knit. You hear it all the time. The whole Ahama thing and all that. But the fires in Maui, you know, you got people, you got friends, you talk to, and we all get family over there. Like my uncle, well, actually, it's my grand uncle, my dad's uncle. He had to be evacuated. His, part some parts of his home was destroyed, but then people that we all know is like other people, other, some of them completely lost their homes and all that kind of stuff. You know, a lot of businesses, and I work for the tourism business, so there's a lot of people that you know came over here, so we've been busy as hell too. So I kind of like this want to make a video just to get my mind away from that for a little while, that. So with that being said, what's going on with the Cowboys? I'm glad they re-signed, they extended Malik Hooker. You know, the Zach Martin situation. I wanted it resolved already, because Jerry Jones, I'm knock on wood, I didn't like the way he said that, like, oh, if it's like you treat it like any other injury. I'm like, bro, don't talk like that. I mean, we don't want to hear about injuries. I know, yeah, too superstitious, whatever, but like I don't want to hear about injuries and all that. And they say like, hey, players not gonna be here all the time. Leave it as that and move on. You the Ronald Jones situation. Well, you know, I know people gonna be like, "Oh, bring back Zeke," Hey, bro, you're not gonna be, there's not that much people who's more bigger fans than Zeke than I am. But when we released him, and I was like, man, it sucked. I hated it. But at the same time, I'm not gonna be clamoring for every excuse to bring him back and all that. So if they bring him back, I'll be happy. But at the same time, too, it's like I don't want to look and every time like looking like well, I'm not gonna be all the time looking on social media or on the internet seeing like did they talk to Zeke? Did they talk to Zeke? I'm not gonna be doing that. Like we have the guys, we have Davis, we have Dowdy, we have Vaughn, we have Lipke, we have a couple other running backs that can they're gonna get more touches, and you hope that they can fill that role and all that kind of stuff. So yeah. It sucks sometimes because the position that where you was drafted and the position that you was drafted sometimes can be like an automatic target on your back. Because like Schoolmaker, he's a tight end that was drafted in the second round, as we all know. Other than Trayvon Diggs, there hasn't been too many positives for our second round picks. And either they suspended too much, either they just didn't work out, and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it is what it is. Um, yeah, so so he inherited that stigma of like getting that negative thing, like anything that happens, like, oh, see that's what happens when we drive for tight end in the second round and all that. So yeah. And then the biggest one is like, well, one of the biggest one is like, man, this kicking situation doesn't want to leave us alone. If you got a Tucker or a couple other kickers in the league that they earn their star status, through all these years. When you like 1-2 years in the league, you really don't want to hear from the kicker. The best thing is like you're like, oh, okay, there's another day at the office kind of thing. Oh, when I was watching the blue and white practice, and it was good to see them because a lot of more eyes on the field and all that kind of stuff. Um, when they was doing that mojo moment, man, that was bad, and it seems like it's gonna have to work itself out. Hopefully it works out. I don't want it lingering, throughout the whole season and all that. So yeah. As far as the game goes, of course you like see everybody that you know see See some of the guys that, because we always hear about, man, this guy's doing this in the practice, this guy's doing that in practice, and then you get into the game, it's like, where were you? You know, so, and then Mozzie Smith, like the injury that was precautionary and all that, it's like, yes, get up to the season. That's the most important thing. Sometimes you just wish that you would see him just a little bit, especially for a rookie, just a little bit during the preseason, just to get enough. Like how, see, look, I'm gonna bring up Zeke, like how Zeke did in that third preseason game against Seattle. It was like, damn, that, like, you saw some of the things that got you really excited for, and like, and it's better than practicing with all the, same guys that, like, oh man, I can bully this guy. Oh, wait, I cannot bully this guy. I gotta kind of like find out, like do more technique and all that. And and then so like you get familiarized with those players. It's good to get up to the preseason game where he's not familiar with those guys. But if they play him, good. If they don't, good. So it is what it is with that. And like how I went to my next thing. Of course, like I said, everybody has favorites. Like for me, Jabril Cox. I love that. I love that pick and all that. But all these picks that we all go, that this guy's gonna be a baller. This guy's gonna be a baller. Look at this kid right now. It's gotta be done in the games and all that. Like Donovan Wilson, for example. Of course, I wanted other. I don't know. I was happy that they drafted a safety for once, but of course, I had a lot of more other safety that I wanted before him. And the thing is, like, the reason why I'm talking about him is like you know, like in the preseason, I think he had like 6 or 7 takeaways and all that by himself. So it's like, bruh, that's what you want to see with this guy, with these players, like doing in the game. And look at where he is right now. He's one of our, it sucks that he's out right now, but look at where his position is as with the team. He's one of the better guys right now, so yeah, and all that. So yeah, so yeah, great. Here Brooks doing great in the practice. I want to see it. Scott, great. I want to see it. You hear like, oh, Jalen Tobin looking better, Turpin looking better. Great. I want to see more. Or guys like Cox, Jabril Cox, and Calvin Joseph is like, okay, Brad, come on. We gotta see you guys during the game. We gotta see you guys making improvements now and all that. So yeah. I was gonna talk about something else, but it is what it is. I don't want to talk too long. Alright, that's my video. Mahalo for watching. Honey, all the boys, who you with? You know who I'm with? I'm with the Dallas Cowboys.